Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Harry Potter years 5 through 7. Let's continue the story. Now there may be either 3 or 2 levels remaining here. There are 2 elements in which Voldemort put parts of his souls in, and so we're trying to find the next one still. That kind of is all they do in the Deathly Hallows until the final battle. And because, well, the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It is kind of all they do in the first part too. Here, Ron and Hermione have decided to fall in love in the middle of this difficult tie. I guess Carpe Diem sees the day. So we're gonna need to cast a spell here, I think, to blow up something. And frankly, I think this level is almost exactly the same as the last time we were in here. Like, shockingly similar. Just a reuse of the same idea. And is there something special about this warehouse where things shift around and it's impossible to find things? That wouldn't make sense. But obviously this isn't some kind of magical storage facility where everything gets organized perfectly and it's super easy to find things. Even the library didn't seem like it really had the ability. So this guy is sweating, so we'll give him the fan and he'll trade the ice cream. I wonder if it always has to be blue ice cream. They only have one kind of ice cream thing, so it might as well be always blue. Keep everything familiar. So Hermione can open these. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where does the shield go? Over there on that guy. I would love a magical storage facility. In fact, that would solve some major problems I have in my life, is keeping things organized and nicely presented. So if I could enchant my bookcases and keep everything all in the right place, and then have like a magical return box where you put it back on the shelf where it belongs, that would be a very nice feature. That really gets down to one of the criticisms I can make about J.K. Rowling, is that, at least in the movies, it doesn't seem like any of the magic is actually practical magic. It doesn't seem like it does anything to help people. It just, there are curses to hurt people, there's love spells, there's spells that turn you into other people to lie and trick people, but nothing simple. It's like, is there a spell to make money? Is there a spell to plant and harvest food? Is there spells to make labor easier? Is there a spell that could cure disease? Well, according to the tale in the Tales of Peter the Bard, which is a fictional tale, there was a wizard that had a hopping pot that cured disease, but we don't know if that really occurs. It doesn't seem like any of these wizards turn into doctors, and even if they do turn into doctors, they're not curing that many people, because disease still exists very prevalently amongst the Muggles, the normal people. So not only does it seem like the magic doesn't really help magic kind, it doesn't also seem to help non-magic kind. It seems kind of like a bother. You might be better off to go get a video game programming degree or something similar. Go get a degree in accounting. Don't go to Hogwarts. You'll do more for society that way. Let's see. Time for the cat again. This way, and then this way, and then this way. And they find this, kind of looks like a tiara. And then they start dancing. Interesting. Does the tiara make you dance, or were they just dancing to be silly? And the fire dragon shows up. Did the fire dragon show up because we took something from the warehouse we weren't supposed to take? Or did the fire dragon show up because the bad kids who were still in Hogwarts, and I don't know why. I guess they never got any evidence against these bad kids to expel them. You'd think they may just... They could have taken Harry Potter's word at it, because Harry literally saw some of those kids working with Voldemort. Or maybe this is Voldemort casting a spell from a very far distance. I don't know. Here's the car that they broke. I think this is supposed to be just a reference. So those two can't go any further. I guess I don't actually need to do anything. I can probably just jump over here. Fine. There we go. Just jump over here. Fine. Switch back to this. Blow up this stuff. So how she got across, I don't know. But I want to point out, this is the right way to do a Lego staircase. Every single time. Don't make me hover the items around. That has never been a smooth transition in any of the instances they've done. I'd much rather the pieces just be built. And there was a fire lion, so now this fire creature can change itself into different forms. So, if I recall correctly, I think we're given the opportunity to decide whether we want to save or allow the kid whose father was working with Voldemort, the half-blood prince's child, whether we want to save him or kill him. Now, you don't have an actual choice in the game. You have to do it as it happens in the story. But there's something somewhat dramatic on that. It's a forgiveness opportunity that, after he's been really mean the whole time, it seems like it is an actual tough choice to make for Harry. Assuming he makes the right choice, he may very well just leave him. this black spot. A dark black spot. That makes no sense. It looks like a visual glitch. So, hop off this and fall to our doom. And put out the fire. So we're making 3 fire cannons here. So I have to hop on here, come over here, switch to the red thing. So the problem with this part of the level is it's just so completely unconnected that you're flying around. This is probably what happened in the movie and would play fine in the movie and just doesn't play as well in the video game aspect. Video games are all about having level floors and being able to move your character easily from one place to the other. If there's just a little platform, the level starts to feel unfinished and empty. Right, is this working or is Ron in the way? I think Ron's in the way. Here. We'll just move Ron this way and again try to why is this not working? See, the water stream actually has to hit it, and so if you're too close, the arcing of the water stream makes that impossible. And those aren't ghost studs, they're just a weird light blue stud, which we've never seen before since. They're there to clearly point out where you're supposed to go, but they're the wrong color. And familiarity with a common color theme is one of the few things that they're very consistent about in LEGO games. Even stuttering LEGO games like this. It's gonna be so ridiculous if somehow none of these stutters show up on YouTube. If somehow the footage looks perfectly fine, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because I still need to point out the stutter even if you can't see it. And then you are left to either believe me or not believe me as to whether it's really there. And frankly, if you don't trust my criticism enough to believe me on my statements, I don't think you're probably going to get much from my videos. Don't watch YouTube videos of people that you wouldn't believe. Not that I think there's a lot of people that won't believe me. I imagine in all actuality the stuttering is going to be blatantly obvious, and even if it isn't and somebody goes and buys this game, the second you see stuttering, I would highly recommend you get a refund on Steam. But right now I'm highly recommending you don't buy the game at all. Not on Steam. Maybe the remastered version for PlayStation 4 that gives you both years 1 through 5 and 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. Maybe that with the better graphics. I mean, the better graphics alone is probably the right move, if there is a right move. It may be that the remastered version actually still doesn't fix the stuttering, though. So wait until somebody reviews that. So he saves these kids. I don't even know who that guy is that Ron just picked. And I'm not sure I know who this guy is. So it was like 3 random kids and one of them got left behind. And the one that got left behind was not apparently anybody important. So Hogwarts is going to have yet another ghost walking around. Weird guitar riff at the end of that level for some reason. Is that because there was a guitar in there? Yes, there was a guitar in there, but not in this level, but in the previous time they were there, which was in year 5. So they're making a callback. Possibly 2 levels left in the entire game. They're making a callback to something that happened hours ago, and not very many people are going to catch. Well, that was 16 minutes. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.